As the world struggles to contain the rapidly spreading COVID-19 virus, hundreds of thousands of people are fighting for their lives and the global economy is in danger of grinding to a halt, putting billions of livelihoods in danger. In this video, we discuss the effect the pandemic has had on Malaysia and indeed what is next for the Malaysian people. If this is your first time on the channel or you have returned and like the content, then please like, share and subscribe. It really does help the channel. Oh yeah, and don't forget to press the bell icon so you know when my next video is uploaded. One thing that history has shown us is that a crisis can produce real change. Will the effect of this pandemic cause the power of a collective action to appear? Will true leaders emerge and take the world to a more prosperous, fairer system? Will the impossible become inevitable? Will innovative ideas and policy solutions appear to save lives and eventually get the economy back on track? Malaysia is a country that has been a leader in the world in regards to being innovated to project compassion, tolerance and fairness for its people, regardless of race or religion. The COVID-19 virus has created mayhem in Malaysia, as it has in most countries affected. Malaysia's economy is expected to contract by 3.1% in 2020 due to a sharp slowdown in economic activity caused by COVID-19 and measures to contain its spread. The World Bank expects growth to improve by 2021 as the outbreak eases, but the near-term outlook is uncertain at best. The pandemic, coupled with a changing world of workers, raises the needs for a more enhanced social protection system in Malaysia. Since the pandemic outbreak, a stringent screening process at all airports in Malaysia was enforced after the first case outside China was reported in Thailand. Malaysia has reported 2 waves of COVID-19 cases, with the first wave ending successfully within less than 2 months. The Malaysian government enforced a movement control order and the media actively spread the hashtag Stay Home. Non-governmental organisations, as well as prison inmates, started to produce personal protective equipment for health workers on the front line. Various organisations hosted fundraising events to provide essential equipment, mainly to hospitals. A provisional hospital was set up and collaborations with healthcare service providers were granted, while additional laboratories were assigned to enhance the capabilities of the Ministry of Health. The government introduced a stimulus package amounting to 20 billion ringgits, which was given in February 2020, before following up with the Prihatin package amounting to 250 billion ringgits. The Prihatin package has provided governmental support to society, covering people of various backgrounds from students and families to business owners. This may just be a short-term solution, however. Unfortunately, Malaysia's relative success in containing the COVID-19 pandemic has resulted in the worst economy of the region currently, according to analysts from economic teams. Commentary on the country's record -17.1% plunge in its second quarter's economic output meant Malaysia's campaign against the pandemic has been a triumph for the health of its citizens, but not for the economy. That decline came despite the Malaysian government's decision to swiftly remove restrictions on businesses as it attempted to prevent systemic damage to the economy. Unfortunately, Malaysia's relative success at containing the COVID-19 outbreak hasn't translated into economic performance. Malaysia has recorded the largest year-on-year contraction in the region so far, despite less restrictive movement control measures. The slump in oil prices and political turmoil have been additional roadblocks for investment, exports and employment. The Malaysian government has reduced the interest rate 4 times already this year, with the latest cut bringing the key rate down to just 1.75%. With COVID-19 relatively contained in Malaysia, attention is beginning to turn to the economy that has been battered by months of social distance measures since the unprecedented nationwide shutdown in March. However, an apparent resurgence in local COVID-19 infections could become a major obstacle to any planned recovery. Let us not lose sight of the lessons we can learn in the coming weeks and months, the ways we can help, and the opportunities each of us has every day to look out for one another and to create a stronger, more resilient, more equitable economy. What should be the top priorities amidst the COVID-19 crisis? Is it the health and well-being of all citizens and their families, and acting in solidarity with the most vulnerable in the local community? Or is it repairing the economy as quickly as possible so businesses and employment opportunities do not disappear? I am sure many are now working from home and doing everything they can to contribute to the recovery and reduce the daily impacts of this crisis on human lives. This disaster touches us all, and responding with empathy and care for the common good is what we as humans should do. Never has the need to build a more sustainable, inclusive economy been clearer or more urgent. This pandemic is a painful reminder of our interconnectedness to the system, our vulnerability to the risks and sudden shock capitalism exposes us to, and the need for mass mobilisation to tackle a common crisis. It is imperative that lawmakers provide not just the immediate life-saving medical and economic relief that so many millions need, but that they look to remodel our systems and policies so that future crises are prevented. Economic recovery packages should amount to not just a stimulus, but to a recalibration of our economy to protect against systemic threats, and they should include policies that protect workers now and into the future. Long-term government spending should focus on sustainable, clean energy investments that will help reduce pollution and protect the environment. They should also take worker protections into account, with a focus on equitable workplaces and sustainable labour practices. We must be decisive to meet the pressing needs of today while having the vision and the wisdom to plan for tomorrow. Will Malaysia be a country that leads the way? Comment below and join the conversation.